Most of us spend our lives avoiding the tough questions, the kind that rattle our cages and threaten the comfort of our daily routines. But what if I told you that the secret to your greatest potential is hidden in these uncomfortable questions? This isn't just about pushing boundaries, it's about demolishing them. Today, we dive into the ancient, yet ever-relevant world of Stoicism, a philosophy that doesn't just challenge how we think but transforms how we live. Stoicism, a school of thought from ancient Greece, teaches us that the key to resilience isn't found in avoiding challenges but in embracing them as inevitable parts of our growth. It provides not just the courage to face adversity but the wisdom to discern what truly matters in the midst of chaos. As we unpack the principles of Stoicism, we'll explore how these timeless truths can help us lead more fulfilling lives. Whether you're feeling stuck or simply eager to refine your approach to life's hurdles, stay tuned. This journey into Stoicism isn't just about learning a philosophy, it's about living it every single day. And as always, if you appreciate what we're doing here, the simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Let's go. Stoicism teaches us that big changes begin with small, intentional steps. It's not about overhauling your life overnight but about making manageable, thoughtful adjustments that gradually lead to significant transformation. This philosophy doesn't push for rapid, radical change, which can be overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, it emphasizes the power of incremental progress. Each small action you take is a brick in the construction of your new self. Just as Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, would suggest, it's about laying one stone at a time, carefully and deliberately, to build the robust path towards self-improvement. So how does one start small in a practical sense? It could be as simple as dedicating 5 minutes each morning to reflection or journaling, practices deeply rooted in Stoic tradition. These moments of introspection allow you to align your daily actions with your deeper values, fostering a sense of inner peace and clarity that guides the rest of your day. Another small yet impactful step could involve adjusting your reactions to external stresses. Stoics practice reframing their perceptions to manage responses to events beyond their control. This means pausing when you feel agitated or upset and choosing a response that reflects calmness and reason rather than impulsivity. Starting small also involves embracing the principle of Stoic Acceptance, which encourages acknowledging and adapting to the present moment rather than wishing it were different. This could mean accepting a minor inconvenience with grace or recognizing a challenging emotion without letting it dictate your actions. By focusing on these small, manageable parts of your life, you're not just practicing Stoicism, you're living it. Each small step reinforces your commitment to self-mastery and continuous growth, embodying the Stoic ideal that true progress is a deliberate and measured journey, not a sprint. In the Stoic view, anxiety is not caused by the events themselves but by our judgments about those events. This perspective is empowering. It means that you have the ultimate control over your internal state, no matter the external circumstances. Stoicism teaches us to dissect our anxiety, to understand its roots, and to challenge the judgments that fuel it. Anxiety often comes from our desire to control the uncontrollable, the future, the opinions of others, the outcome of every situation. But according to Stoicism, the only things truly within our control are our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. When you start to feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to assess, are you worrying about something outside your control? Shift your focus instead to how you can respond, which is always within your control. This shift is not about suppression but about transformation of perspective. Practicing this Stoic separation regularly can significantly lessen the grip of anxiety. It's about cultivating a mental discipline that allows you to acknowledge your fears, assess their validity, and then refocus on actionable, controllable aspects of a situation. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded themselves to differentiate between external events and internal reactions, encouraging a focus on self-mastery in the face of life's unpredictability. Moreover, Stoicism also suggests proactive mental training through practices like premeditatio malorum, where you visualize the worst-case scenarios and prepare yourself mentally for them. This practice might seem counterintuitive, but by mentally confronting your fears, you diminish their power over you, reducing anxiety by acclimating yourself to the idea that you can handle adversity. By embracing these Stoic strategies, you gradually build a mental resilience that not only shields you from future anxieties but also empowers you to live more fully in the present. Each moment of anxiety becomes a chance to practice Stoicism, to turn what could be a paralyzing experience into an opportunity for personal growth and fortitude. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius knew that structure frees us from the chaos of daily decision-making and aligns us more closely with our virtues. A well-crafted routine isn't a cage but a framework that supports our highest goals and principles. Think of your daily routine as a garden. Just as a garden needs regular tending to flourish, your habits and practices require consistent attention to grow the virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, the core pillars of Stoicism. Start by identifying times of day when you can engage in practices that reinforce these virtues. Perhaps it's a morning meditation to cultivate peace, wisdom, and temperance, or setting aside time to help others, embodying justice and courage. But how exactly do you establish such a routine? Begin with small, manageable commitments. If you're not a morning person, don't schedule your most demanding tasks at dawn. Instead, match your tasks to your natural rhythms. Include time for reflection, perhaps through journaling or reading Stoic texts, to remind yourself of the Stoic principles you want to embody. Moreover, integrate moments of Stoic pauses throughout your day. These are brief periods where you stop to reflect on your current emotional state and realign with Stoic ideals, moments to ask yourself, is this action aligned with my virtues? These pauses can help solidify your routine by anchoring your actions in Stoic thought. A Stoic routine also embraces flexibility within its structure. Stoicism teaches the importance of adapting to circumstances with equanimity, so if something unexpected takes your time or an opportunity arises to practice a virtue, adjust your schedule accordingly. The goal isn't to adhere rigidly to a checklist but to live purposefully according to Stoic values. As you establish and refine your routine, remember that the ultimate aim is not just to be productive but to cultivate a character that remains steady and virtuous regardless of external circumstances. A Stoic routine helps build a life not just of efficiency but of ethical integrity and philosophical fulfillment. In Stoicism, the act of telling yourself to stop isn't just about ending a behavior, it's about asserting control over your impulses and desires, which often lead us astray. This is deeply rooted in the Stoic emphasis on self-mastery, the idea that freedom comes from within, not from external circumstances. Giving yourself the order to stop is about harnessing your willpower to redirect your path towards more virtuous actions. Let's consider how you can implement this. Say you find yourself frequently procrastinating, lost in social media instead of engaging in more meaningful activities. In this instance, giving yourself the order to stop means more than just putting your phone down. It involves recognizing the impulse as a distraction from your values and consciously choosing to redirect your attention to activities that align with your Stoic goals, like reading philosophy or spending quality time in reflection. This practice can be applied to any habit or impulse that doesn't serve your higher purpose. It might be overeating, smoking, or any form of excess. The Stoic principle here is not just about stopping the negative but about replacing it with a positive. This is where the idea of virtue substitution comes into play, where you replace a less desirable habit with one that contributes to your growth and well-being. Moreover, giving yourself the order to stop is also about pausing to reflect on why you engage in these behaviors. What discomfort or void are you trying to fill? Stoicism teaches us to face these discomforts directly, to understand them, and to learn how to cope without relying on harmful habits. This reflection leads to greater self-awareness, a key aspect of Stoic philosophy, which ultimately empowers you to make better choices. In practicing this, remember the Stoic belief that you have the power to choose your response in any situation. By commanding yourself to stop, you are practicing one of the highest forms of self-control, a true test and demonstration of your ability to live according to rational principles, even in the face of habits that have felt insurmountable. In our modern lives, precious resources like time and energy are often squandered on activities that don't serve our higher goals or align with our core values. This could be anything from mindlessly scrolling through social media to overcommitting ourselves out of a sense of obligation rather than genuine interest or purpose. Stoicism teaches us to evaluate our commitments through a lens of virtue and usefulness, asking whether these activities contribute to our personal and moral development. Now, how can you practically free up these resources? Start by conducting an audit of your typical day or week. Identify where your time goes, which tasks drain your energy, and what captures your attention. Are these aligning with your goals of living wisely, justly, courageously, and temperately? If not, it might be time to make some changes. Reducing clutter, both physical and mental, is another Stoic practice. By minimizing the distractions around us, we create a space that promotes tranquility and focus. This isn't just about having a tidy home or workspace but about creating an environment where you can thrive, one that supports your efforts to live according to Stoic principles. In freeing up these resources, you're not just making room in your schedule or on your desk, you're making room in your life for growth, reflection, and engagement with the deeper aspects of existence. You're setting the stage for a life where actions are deliberate and aligned with the Stoic virtues, ensuring that every choice you make is a step towards becoming the person you aspire to be. Engaging in difficult tasks is not just about testing our limits but about expanding them, a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics championed the idea of voluntary discomfort as a pathway to greater self-mastery. They believed that by doing something difficult, we not only prove our resilience but also train ourselves to handle future adversities with greater ease and composure. Consider, for instance, the practice of deliberately choosing challenging tasks, whether it's tackling a complex project at work, starting a rigorous fitness regimen, or even engaging in difficult conversations. These endeavors might be daunting at first, but each offers a unique opportunity to cultivate virtues such as courage, perseverance, and temperance. Stoicism teaches us that the true value of these tasks lies not in their immediate outcomes but in the growth they foster within us. How do you begin to incorporate this into your life? Start by identifying a task you've been avoiding because of its difficulty. Approach this task with the Stoic mindset, see it as an exercise to develop your character and virtues. Prepare mentally by reminding yourself of the benefits of this endeavor, not just the end goals but the personal strengths you will gain in the process. Moreover, Stoicism doesn't suggest we face these challenges blindly or without preparation. Instead, it encourages us to approach them methodically, breaking them down into manageable steps and setting realistic expectations. This systematic approach not only makes daunting tasks more approachable but also embeds a sense of discipline and purpose in our actions. By regularly pushing your boundaries, you not only enhance your ability to deal with tough situations but also increase your confidence in your own capabilities. Each challenge becomes a testament to your resilience and commitment to living a virtuous life deeply anchored in Stoic principles.